8 years ago, I had my 4th baby, and she's a beautiful little girl. I took my little baby home, Liberty Faith, Summer Pearl, Armstrong. Everything was great. We had people over, we'd just been to church, and then suddenly had a situation where it was an emergency. I started hemorrhaging, and I was rushed to hospital, where basically I had a condition that had developed that was a 1 in 10 million chance of getting. It was called acquired haemophilia A of pregnancy. In the past, no one's survived it. And ended up with 7 surgeries, ICU, 40 blood transfusions, chemotherapy. I knew I was in trouble when friends were crowding around my bed. You just think, oh wow, this is not good. You know, people have been told the worst. And they said it's a coagulopathy. This is something that we don't know what's going on. And I said, will I survive? This is what the intensive care person said, the specialist. We all die sometime. And I'm like, what? I'm not gonna die. But she wouldn't tell me I wouldn't. She just said, look, you're in a really bad way. She said, I can tell you if it's getting really bad, but right now we can put the blood in as fast as it's going out. I remember lying there hemorrhaging alone in the room, and I was like, oh Lord. It's actually a very humbling, vulnerable, crazy feeling being in that situation. You're sitting in the bed, you know when you're medical, my husband's a doctor, I can see the look on his face, he's not doing too well with this. And I just went and I did a text to my friends. I said, pray. And so knowing that those people, my great friends, are praying was an incredible strength to me and my sister, you know, just praying for me. And I could tell that they were afraid too, but also in faith. And when you have people that really believe what they're praying for, you know that God can do a miracle. So I had this drain in my side and by my hip, and it was draining away all the blood that was just bleeding internally. But I had a vision that I need to pull this drain out. It would leave a hole, but to pull it out, not a vision, but like I had a real sense to do that. And I said, well, it's coming out. And I know how to pull these things out because I'm a midwife. And so I'm probably a bit naughty, but I was in the shower and the nurse was like, no, you leave that alone. And I was like, it has to come out. It's just making me sick. And so she's like, all right, I mean, what's to lose? It was bleeding out anyway. And I kind of did get the consent of the doctors. They knew that I wasn't taking no for an answer. So I pulled it out, and immediately the bleeding stopped and never came out again from there. And that's a miracle, because when you have no clotting factor, how do you clot? They said, we can't explain it. We can't explain this. This is like, you are the most uncoagulated person in this whole hospital, probably this whole city right now, but you're not bleeding anymore, and it's closed over. And I was like, it's God. After that, I got to go home and recover and breastfeed my baby. It's completely changed who I was, completely changed my whole outlook on who God was, what he can do, what he's capable of, and also what my purpose in life is for. It's not for me, it's to live it for other people. I feel like since that situation, that whole experience, I feel like I almost have this thing on my head that says, tell me your problems. And I love that. I love that people would feel that they can share something and that you can go, I know the answer, that's Jesus. You just couldn't do it without our church family. I cannot tell you meals that just went on and on and on. My husband got so much support. It's the Book of Acts. It's doing what we're called to do, look after each other as family. And I don't think I could have got through all this, and my husband, and my kids even, without our church family, because you need hope and you need people to lift you up when you're going through something. And so I'm just so thankful and so grateful to God and to our church.